I grew up in a household where books were revered and everyone read to my brother and me. I was introduced to many wonderful authors. Mark Twain, Charles Dickens. I was introduced to Robbie Burns and the poetry of Robert Louis Stevenson. Now, I know he wrote a lot of wonderful books, but he wrote a book of children's poetry called A Child's Garden of Verses. And one of the poems that I learned when I was very little is My Shadow. I have a little shadow that goes in and out with me, and what can be the use of him is more than I can see. He is very, very like me from my heels up to my head, and I see him jump before me as I jump into my bed. The funniest thing about him is the way he likes to grow. Not at all like proper children, which is always very slow. He sometimes jumps up taller than an Indian rubber ball, and he sometimes gets so little that there's none of him at all. He hasn't got a notion of how children ought to play and can only make a fool of me in every sort of way. He sticks so close beside me, he's a coward, you can see. I'd think it shame to stick to Nanny like that shadow sticks to me. One morning, very early, before the sun was up, I woke to find the shining dew on every buttercup. But my lazy little shadow, like an errant sleepy head, had stayed at home behind me and was fast asleep in bed.